Ooh. Yo, yo, yo. What up, y'all? Y'all notice anything? Y'all notice anything? Come on. Y'all know the what up, Minhad? What up, Avatar Yaya? What up, Kaiser Phoenix? Yeah, the title, I had to do it. I had to do it. It was too easy. It was too easy. This one was perfect. What up, True Blur? What up, what up, what up? Yeah, I had to do it, man. I couldn't. Hold up, real quick. Hold up. Okay. No, I had to do it. Had to. Yeah, 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 yeah. Maxway, what up? Yeah, y'all. Ugh, man, what a day, right? What a day. Things are getting crazy, y'all. Neo Galaxy, what up? Ashes, what up? Thank y'all. Whether you're on wherever you're watching from, hit the like button if you can. Uh, if you have something specific you want to get out there, you can send in super chats and all that for this stream. We're gonna do a lot of talking. We're gonna do a lot of talking. We might have some people. If you got me on Discord, some people might come in and talk too. I know Lucid might come through. I don't know if he's free. J Boulevard, $700 indeed. Minhod, yeah, they didn't even have a new game to show off for the Pro. Is Frost Nix, what up, gal? That's a brutal title. When are we getting came and went shirts? Man, yo, you know what? Ooh, I got an idea. Ooh, I got an idea. I got an idea. I have an idea. I have an idea. That sparked something just now. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. But nobody told me what if y'all noticed. Do y'all notice anything different? Come on. Come on. Dio, what up? Just here to shame anyone who paid 70 for Astro but didn't pay 60 for Bayonetta Origins. The agenda continues. I respect it. No, but close, Neo Galaxy. You're close. You're close. Come on. No. It's a new camera, y'all. I got a new camera. I got a new camera. I got a new camera. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. I know y'all watching on your phones. A lot of y'all are watching on your phones, so it's probably not as noticeable. But yeah, Mike's the same. Mike's the same. But it's probably not as noticeable on your phones because y'all know y'all got it on at 360p or something on your iPhones or whatever. But yeah, I got a new camera. So I wanted to get this new camera because I want to do more uh I'm not gonna do a bunch of highlight. Danny, what up, bro? What up? Hey, thanks for the follow, man. Thanks for the follow. I want to do more. What do they call it? Not VOD uploads, but like highlight uploads. Yeah, it's hard to tell if you're not like streaming me at like 1080 or whatever or 4K or something. But yeah, but I didn't want to do that with my old camera because I want to make sure the videos are equal quality to my video essay videos. So yeah, new camera. You know what I'm saying? I'm on some real streamer stuff now. We got the budget up. We're getting the budget up. It's a new season. You know how they change quality mid-season? That's what this is. Jazzy Jefferson, thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow, man. Thanks for the follow. But yeah, y'all, no, we got to talk because, whoo, crazy day. Crazy day. Minhad, I'll catch you later, man. Thank you for coming through. Crazy day. Y'all. 88 Domo. What up? 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 Everybody's rolling in now. But yo, where do we freaking start? Krober Jam, what up? Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. But man, dude, it's a crazy time for gaming, isn't it? It's a crazy time for gaming. Mm. All right, I think everybody's we got a lot of the people here now. So where do we freaking start? Where do we start? Tengu, what up, man? How you doing, bro? How you doing, man? How you doing? First of all, when does the PlayStation? I posted that thumbnail, but I barely looked at the info, or I didn't retain much of the info. When does it come out? When does the PlayStation 5 Pro come out? November 7th. Gamer Boy 549, what up? Thanks for the follow, man. No disk drive is that's probably, I wasn't expecting that, actually. I wasn't paying attention to the rumors. I don't know how many people were paying attention to the rumors for the PlayStation 5 stuff, but I was not expecting, were people expecting the no disk drive thing? Was that floating in the air already? Or was that a shock for everybody? Maybe Concord was supposed to be the game to showcase the PS5 Pro. Man, that's an interesting theory. Gamer Boy, what's good? Hot Pocket HPE, what's good, man? Yeah, that was a possibility I had heard. Ragul, what up, man? And nah, that was a shocker? Okay. Neo Galaxy, yeah, rumors were saying $600, no disc drive, $700 full console. Krober Jam, no disc drive is crazy. Stand sold separately is insulting. Oh, the stand is sold separately too. So to stand it up, that's a separate thing also. Firmament, what up? And not much of a shock, but I don't think I caught that news. Lante, what up, man? And it was rumored for a while. Okay. 88 Domo, I was expecting it, but I wanted it to be a lie. Nevermore, what up? Funny if true. Game Boy 549, not a shock. Xbox Elite said their next console probably won't have a disc drive either. Really interested to see Switch 2's price. Yeah, okay. Huh. So, first layer here, let me ask y'all, do y'all think this is going to... What are Sony's expectations here? Because I can't imagine... First of all, man, condolences to Japan. Sony hit them with the double whammy, right? Raised the price of the original PS5 by 100 something dollar equivalent of whatever the yen price is, and then announcing the PS5 Pro shortly after. That's crazy. The the optics for Sony in Japan now, I would be curious. I'm so curious on the optics of Sony as a company in Japan now. Cause that double whammy, man, that's great. That takes some cojones to do that over to just do that back to back over there. Maybe they felt like Astrobot was a nice little buffer between all this. But man, Eclipse, what up, bro? What up, Eclipse? No disk drive is wild, especially with all these AAA games now coming out needing 100 gig. Yeah, that's Frostnix. That's another element of all this that's very interesting. No disk drive in this current climate of gaming where the size of these games isn't like what it was during the PS2 era or even the PS3 era where it was like 1 GB, 4 GB, 10 GB. It was like that lower, like games are easily getting up to 100 to 90, 150. Those are generally cell device. What up, bro? And yeah, that's generally what's going on now. I was honestly waiting for the Bloodborne reveal at the end that would have sold it. Interesting. Yeah, it is interesting. People have been pointing out too that a lot of the games they showed were also on PS4, which is, we're going to get into that too. But it's also why I was asking or wondering what Sony's expectations are for this thing, because now I'm imagining, I can't imagine that they think this is going to be a major stopgap for the generation. I really think they're going in the iPhone direction now. I think that's what consoles are now, where generations are pretty much gone. And it's just like, okay, slowly over time, they're going to upgrade the hardware. And then after a while, they're going to be like, okay, you can't use the PS4 anymore. It's not going to be a defined, clear, okay, we're in the next generation. It's just going to be a slow, kind of a slow tapering off. Y'all feel me? I think that's what's going to happen now. Generations are going to be more of a smooth tapering off, but not just a hard, okay, we're in the next generation thing now. That's already happening when we went from PS4 to PS5 pretty much. Firmament, if I recall correctly, the PS4 Pro made for like 10 to 15% of the PS4 sales. I'm guessing that they're aiming for something similar. Neo Galaxy, Japan is getting cooked. Gamer, they gave up on Japan. Lante, I can't imagine that they think a huge size of people will buy the Pro. Sure, it's the enthusiast model, but yeah, 700, man. I don't think Sony is that dumb. Something's going on here. J Boulevard, there's no way they expect this to sell like PS4 Pro. Is going to be way worse. Does this have something to do with the weaker yen, maybe? Paz, what up? I'm doing good, man. Nevermore. I know everyone's complaining about the price, so all I got to say to y'all is to get your money. To get your money up. Chump change for a guy like me. Hey, man. Hey, man. Look. I respect it. I respect it, man. I think all of this is a holdover from Jim Ryan. Oh, you think this is kind of like a delayed response? Delayed decisions pretty much happening. Just get a third job. Hey, let them know. Get your hustle up. Get your money up, not your funny up. Firmament, I played Jedi Survivor a month ago. That was 155, man. Eclipse, the problem is new hardware is not innovate. The problem is new hardware is not innovating gameplay. I think that's what you meant to say. True Blur TV, I get that the data suggests that most people get their games digitally, but I wonder if companies are trying to push it so that they can be more in control of prices. Amped Engineering, what up? And I'm not sure if we're at the point where things are going completely to the cloud yet. Not yet, Sam, but I don't know. Ashes, I think we're still gonna get the PS6, but the PS6 is just going to be the PS5 Pro. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not gonna be like, oh, PS6 is the next generation. It's gonna be PS6 is PS5 Pro. Everything is just going to be a halfway step up now. And then you can play everything on the previous thing for as long as until the gap becomes too wide. I think that's what's going to happen. Did the PS4 Pro have any exclusives? Did it even sell well? No, PS4 Pro, I don't think it had any exclusives. Frostnix, yeah, post a tweet link. Jazzy, can't people in Japan wait for MH? Can't imagine people in Japan waiting for MH Wilds to buy a PS5 after the back-to-back news. Man, okay. We're gonna talk about what's about to happen in the context of some of these games that are being developed with the Japanese audience in mind and what that means moving forward. Oh, let me read this. What's she talking about? Ooh, let me see. Okay, I'm gonna pull this up for a second. Zoom in. Eante, thank you for the follow. Jalen Devon, what up? Game browser. Hold on, y'all. Okay. The thing about the PS5 Pro is that I wonder if it's simply a glimpse into the future of all non-Nintendo gaming hardware. The equivalent of annually, largely inconsequential phone upgrades. Console hardware has simply reached a plateau. That's pretty much what I was saying. I think that's where we're at now. I don't know if that... Okay, two things. One, I'm not sure if this is a bad thing per se. If we've reached the peak, we've reached the peak. There's nothing we can do about that. But now, okay. I don't know. I'm not sure if this is a bad thing, but I don't know. I got to think about this for a second. But that is where I think we're at now. With this, is that we're kind of... That's what we're doing now. Oh, the other thing, here's the other thing too. If that's where we're at now, consoles are pretty much just PCs. Because even with PCs, right? To upgrade, you upgrade when you want to upgrade. when you think something is worth, when you find a game that maybe you're like, okay, this is worth upgrading, or you're just like, oh, okay, I got some extra disposable income, let me do a little upgrade, and it's cheaper to upgrade a single, because usually when you upgrade your PC, it's not like you're upgrading the whole thing. Usually you're upgrading like one part or something, unless there's some kind of major technological shift like ray tracing or something, where you got all these, what are they called, tensor cores and all that stuff, where it's like, okay, now this is just completely incompatible with your CPU or your motherboard or whatever, so now you gotta do a more holistic upgrade for your PC. But for the most part, you're just switching out your GPU or switching out your CPU or something, and that don't take you spending like $700 every time. So if we're getting to that upgrade format, that upgrade model, I don't see that. Definitely kind of sells the appeal of PCs at that point. But I don't know. Sale device. Sony is kind of neglecting the Japanese base. Yabo-san, it's a Nintendo world and we're living in it. Man, this generation is about to get so interesting. Consoles becoming more like phones is the best thing for gamers. No, maybe just in terms of getting the most out of your console. Yeah, Eclipse, that's the other side of it that I was thinking about, which is like, now you don't have to think about, oh, I bought a PS5 too late into the generation, so I don't know if this device will be relevant or if it'll be obsolete in a short amount of time. Now you know, like, okay, the PS5, just like how when I first got my iPhone 6, and then after a while iPhones dropped the headphone jack, and I could be like, okay, I don't want to upgrade, so I can stick with my iPhone 6 for a while until it can't hold on anymore. So I think that's where we're at with consoles, and that there's an argument to be made that that's not a bad thing. There's an argument to be made there. Firmament, not sure how much I agree with that tweet. People are saying that 9th gen consoles are already struggling with current games on a technical level. Black Myth Wukong was using framed. Wait, Black Myth Wukong was using Pew Pew Tora. What up? Thank you for the follow. Thank you. Black Myth Wukong was using frame generation to get from 30 to 60 FPS. So it was using DLSS. It wasn't actually 60 frames. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Wait, no. Actually, I did know that. I remember reading that, because when they posted the PC specs for Black Myth Wukong, they were telling you that this is the spec. They didn't even show you the actual performance based on those specs. They were saying like, this is what it'll perform like with DLSS. I think I remember that. That is crazy. But before we get to Nintendo, on that point, it is rumored that the Switch 2 is also going to be using DLSS to get better performance. So we're entering a very interesting time. We're getting into a very interesting time. Krober Jam, Nintendo was retroactively smart. Not Drivgoon, what up? Thank you for the follow. Nintendo was retroactively smart not doing a Pro model, because now the improvements of the next system are going to be so much more apparent. Yes, for sure. Straight Fortnite Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Uh, Nintendo was retroactively smart not doing a Pro model, because now the improvements are yeah. Honestly, man, I'll keep saying it. Nintendo decisions age like fine wine, man. It is True Blur TV. If we hit the peak, maybe companies will want to explore more design instead of focusing on technical spectacle. Yeah, it's kind of in the dev hands. Scarecrow, what up, man? Yeah, easy stream title, easy layup, easy layup. Frost. Oh, hold on, let me read this. Frostnix, the point of a console, in my opinion, is that you're buying a machine that specializes in playing certain games. And every generation, I expect the tech to improve, but it feels like we're getting to the point where the consoles aren't really doing that anymore. But that could also be a consequence of dev studios spending exorbitant amounts of money making cutting edge graphics that the consoles can't fully handle. Yes, I think a lot of what developers focus on when it comes to technology is the what can be sold to people or the spectacle of it all, right? As opposed to the function of things. Cuz spectacle is easier to sell. I feel like function is a harder sell. So things like gyro aiming or different controller different control methods or even stuff like VR is just harder to convey to people in an easy digestible way. So I think the easy low hanging fruit when it comes to selling technology is spectacle, things that are immediately visible to the consumer. I think, you know, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. Kaiser, low key, I can see why PS5 Pro might be worth it if it means a big game like GTA 6 can run at a stable frame rate. GTA 6 is going to really, uh, really be a big part in determining like the trajectory of all this stuff. I think the industry is banking on that game for a lot of things right now. I think Yabo-san, they aren't masters; they just go for profit margins instead of market dominance. Serendipity, what up, gal? What up? How you doing? How you doing? Uh, Firmament, I think the problem is broadly on the software end. We're going to go for ray tracing in 4K, and then that's a giant leap. Firmament, it was using FSR AMD's equivalent. Okay, not DLSS. A lot of people noticed hefty input lag and visual artifacting. I really hope that this AI kind of this AI upscaling, super sampling, frame generation, all that kind of stuff. I hope that doesn't become the standard. It looks like we're kind of going in that direction where that's kind of gonna become, I guess, a crutch that people use to say, "Oh, this game runs like this," or that's gonna be kind of the thing that developers shoot for. I think I'm not sure what's going on there, but I don't like the input lag that comes from all this AI upscaling and frame generation and stuff. It's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope. Business wise, Nintendo is running up their bags. Tino, what up? Sony spending an infinite amount of time on these massive games without making smaller games that fill the gaps. Yeah, 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 yeah. Liquid, what up? And I agree that GTA 6, I can't see it running at 60. Honestly, open worlds generally, I don't think forever, but I think we're still not at the point where 60 frames is going to be the standard for open worlds. Because resolution and fidelity is here. Frame rate is usually here and developers are always because look, the average person doesn't care about frame rate, so they're always going to prioritize resolution every time. Krober Jam, unless they bundle GTA 6 with PS4, I don't see it enticing people. Spencer, what up? How you doing? I'm glad y'all like the title, man. That's my came and went for the week. I've met my quota. Hot Pocket, Big Game Corps trained people to look for giant technical fidelity improvements as a reason to buy games. Now that's a lot harder and makes games take forever. Yeah, the game industry has put itself in between a rock and a hard place. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, Mark, what up? What up? What up, Mark Phoenix? How you doing? Just Pass GK. I think Monolith Soft might be the one to get 60 frames per second for their next game that could have open. Just Pass. I don't think so. I don't think so, man. I think Monolith is gonna shoot for 30 too. Also, like, to be honest, Xenoblade isn't doing well. No, never mind. I won't say that. I won't say Xenoblade isn't doing anything that needs 60, because the combat is pretty frenetic. I'd love if the menus were running at 60. I think it'll feel a little better, but it's not like make or break. Serendipity, the all digital future is creeping in. Nintendo might be the last bastion. Y'all, we might have to really get into real fanboy mode with the Nintendo, because they are holding down the fort for a lot of things that are about to be gone. Like, if the Switch 2 got cartridges, we gotta go full Nintendo fanboy. If the Switch 2 still got cartridges, we gotta go full. What do they call them? Nintendo Kid? What do they call Nintendo fanboys? I forget. But we gotta hype them up, man. We can't lose physical. Nintendo drones, there we go. We gotta go full Nintendo drone if the Switch 2 got cartridges. Because, man, I don't know about the all digital. Nah, I ain't with that, man. I'm not with it. And we gotta look. Here's the thing. And I've always said this. I've always stood by this. This is not a new opinion. You can look back on my history. Bruh, Nintendo's not perfect, but their mistakes or their like imperfections for me personally are for the most part inconsequential. They're not like, oh, this could be the worst thing for gaming ever decisions. What do they do? What does Nintendo do? They stop Smash tournaments. I guess, you know, they don't support esports or whatever. They go after people stealing their shit. What else do they do? I mean, and their online sucks. And they never put their games on sale. I'll take it. I'll take it. If that's what it takes to keep physical media, if that's what it takes to keep a physical media, mid-tier AA games still existing, not pushing, I'll take it. We can try to reform them on that other stuff. It's like, what do they say with politics? We got a debate coming up. What do they say? What do they say? Who's that girl I listen to? Olayemi. She put it perfectly when it comes to politics. She said, politics is choosing your weakest adversary. Y'all hear me? Listen to that again. politics is about choosing your weakest adversary, your weakest enemy. Nintendo is my weakest enemy. I'll support. So that's what I'm. I'll take it. I'll take it. If that's my weakest enemy, cool, cool. Hold on. Just pass. Do you think they would have to copy what Grasshopper did for Yeah, okay. That is interesting. The thing about that, Firmament, what company is the strongest enemy? The company that's the strongest enemy is probably Xbox. 1000%. Shooting Dio, what up? What up, Jarvis? What up? What up? What up, man? Yeah, Xboxes are our strongest adversary. They buying up everybody, and making them develop bullshit. You know. But just pass. The reason that wouldn't work is because Xenoblade doesn't have a separate area for combat. No More Heroes has a separate area for combat. That's why they can do 60 frames for combat and 30 frames for open world. Yeah, that J Boulevard, Nintendo fandom being vindicated for sure. People hate to hear it, but esports is a drop in the bucket. It is what it is. I want to do a video about that, Cell. I want to do a video about that for sure. Hermit's Gambit, what up? What up? What up? What up? Ooh, chat's going crazy. Dead Channel, what up? And I'm glad Hi-Fi Rush is coming back too. By the way, make sure y'all hit that like button if you can. Send in super chats if you want to support the channel. Blah blah blah. Um. Okay, now talk. I want to talk about the Switch too. Um, I want to talk about the Switch too, and what's going on with that, because now with the context of generations now just being a series of refreshes, the Switch 2 now with games like Monster Hunter Wilds, Wolf, what up, bro? What up? With games like Monster Hunter Wilds about to come out, I'm very curious about what the porting situation is going to be now in terms of multi-platform games. Because Xbox ain't doing good in Japan, right? PlayStation 5, I won't say it's not, I wouldn't say it's doing bad in Japan. I think it's doing okay. I'm pretty sure. I haven't checked the numbers. I feel like it's doing okay in Japan. But I'm gonna be like, I would be shocked if for the Switch 2, when the Switch 2 comes out, the developers aren't developing with the Switch 2 first in mind and then porting up to the other consoles. Y'all get what I'm saying? I would be shocked if that's not the case. I would be shocked. Like, I already feel like Monster Hunter Wilds has a Switch 2 version. I feel like Monster Hunter Wilds has a Switch 2 version for sure. What are y'all saying? How much do I think Scarecrow? How much do I think the Switch 2 will cost? The Switch 2 is probably going to cost. How much is the Switch? 300? How much is the Switch? 300. Switch is 300, right? Okay, the Switch is 300. The OLED is 350. The Switch 2 is going to be 450. The Switch 2 is going to be 450. If they get 400, if the Switch 2 gets 400, it's a wrap. It's a wrap if the Switch 2 is 400. Like, but I think it's going to be 450 because I think Nintendo wants to. The Switch is very old now. I think they want to future proof. You don't think y'all don't think it can be more than four? Because here's the thing: like, first of all, the economy is crazy right now. Everything just costs a lot of money now. I don't think Nintendo is going to be immune to that. You see, PlayStation 5 raising its prices in Japan. Uh, Xbox and PlayStation raising subscription prices. Nintendo hasn't done any of that. Nintendo hasn't raised the price of. I don't think Nintendo has raised the price of Nintendo Switch Online. I don't think they have. They haven't raised the price of the Switch. Have they? Did Nintendo raise the price of Switch Online? Nintendo, hold on. Nintendo Switch Online price increase. No, I don't think they did. I don't think they did that. Yeah, they just added another tier, which is clever. That's a clever way to raise the price. Because what you can do is you can also do a trick where you can eventually phase out the basic tier. So that will be a kind of like a slimy way to raise the price, right? Like keep adding new tiers and then slowly phase out the old tiers. Because honestly, I'm subscribed to the uh why am I forgetting? There's so many of these different the expansion pack. I'm subscribed to the expansion pack tier, and I love it. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. But so Nintendo, let me finish my point. Nintendo hasn't raised the price of anything since the Nintendo Switch has dropped. So I think they have some wiggle room. I think they Yabo-san, peace out. I think they have some wiggle room, or they want to give themselves wiggle room to not have to do that. So I think they're gonna go with 450, just to be like, okay, if the economy gets worse, we don't have to drop the news of the Switch price going up or something, or the Switch 2's price going up. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Like I think Nintendo prices things so they don't have to do like what PS5 and Xbox is doing and raising prices and all these kinds of things. Oh yeah, and Liquid Zareth says only price increase has been games. I think. Yeah, okay, that's what they did. That's what they did. I do. I was like, I know they. I remember them doing something, but um, hold on. Neo Galaxy 450 is what I had in mind. I feel like 400 is kind of copium if the system is half as impressive as a lot of rumors have been saying. Yeah. And the thing about it, here's the other thing too, y'all. Because of what PS5 and Xbox are doing, Nintendo also has wiggle room to do 450 because of what the competition is doing. You know? And the OLED is 350. So think about, wait, hold on. Is the OLED 350? I don't want to give y'all wrong information. I'm sorry. I don't want to give y'all incorrect information. Yeah, so the OLED is 350. So if like I can't imagine the Switch 2 just being 50 more dollars than the OLED. I don't know. That just doesn't feel right in my mind. No, they're not gonna. 500 could be their max. I don't think they're doing 500 because also Nintendo still. Someone said that. Who said this in the chat? Who said this in the chat? Let me go through. Ashes in the Hourglass said this. I still think 400 is easier for parents getting it for their kids. Yes. So Nintendo, thank not enough people talk about this, but thank goodness they're a family company because because so many decisions they make are because kids have to engage with their products too, or they aim their product at families also. So they just can't do certain things because of their brand. So I think the reason, right, that even Nintendo Switch Online has to be the price that it is, or has to be the way that it is because of kids, because family. Like, even if you imagine, right, how kids can sometimes pay for stuff by accident with the credit card and all that kind of stuff. So I think they want to avoid that being uh, a major point of contention with families. So they don't want to rock the boat too much with pricing and stuff. So yeah, I think 450 is the max. I don't think they're going 500. Shooting D or TOTK because of the cartridge storage size. Yeah, 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 yeah. Kaiser, this is a bit of a niche example of your earlier point about developers developing with the Switch in mind, but I think it's telling that a small company like Falcom has started shifting focus onto the Switch. Ease X was made with the Switch in mind, with that version of the game being finished first before PS, PlayStation, and PC. A whole bunch of Trails and Ease games have been ported to the Switch, which pushed the Trails lifetime sales over 8 million, and now the Trails in the Sky remake is Switch exclusive. Yes, I think you're starting to see developers start to make that transition. They know. I think they see it. Um, hold on. Yeah, I think they're seeing that transition. You're seeing that transition happen. Switch 2 at 350 is copium. Oh, okay, I see what Ashes. Yeah, Switch 2 at 350 is copium. 400 is just right, which is why they'll go with 450. Yeah, they got to go they're going to go slightly over, for sure. Eclipse, that's a good point too. They could do a portable version only for like $400. Yeah, that 450 gives them room to do other stuff. Like a Switch 2 Lite could be 400, right? And then the Switch 2 could be 450. Author ACU, what up? What up? What up? Nintendo can pull something like a full set being $400 plus, and a solo system being lower for the Switch 2. Yep, 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 yep. Man, it's tough, but yes. Um, Continuing the point though about what's happening. Okay, hold on. Continuing the point about what's happening in Japan though, or what's about to happen. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of development uh pipeline changes, I think. Dragon Quest 12 is for sure coming. Like, it's no choice. They don't have a choice at this point. I would be very shocked if the Switch 2 it doesn't become the lead platform for Japanese games. I think American games, I'm not sure what's gonna happen there. Because also America, the perception of Nintendo in America is still very much um they're seen as a side thing. If you talk to gamers, capital G gamers, the Switch 2 is I mean, Nintendo is still seen as kind of a side thing. So I think stuff like Call of Duty, I don't think they'll make the Switch to the lead platform for Call of Duty, for example, just because of how Nintendo's brand is perceived in America or in the West in general, actually. Shalant 98, what up? What up? Do you think next gen is going to be similar to the sixth generation where the Switch 2 becomes that default platform for multi platforms despite being the weaker system? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. I think Switch 2, you know what I think is going to happen? I think what's about to happen is that Switch 2 and PlayStation are going to be, if you account for every country globally, Switch 2 and PlayStation are now about to be equivalent. They're both going to you know how people kind of by default say uh Nintendo is not competing with PlayStation and Xbox. So when people talk about video games, they're kind of by default talking about just PlayStation and Xbox. Like that's what they mean. I think now it's going to switch to now people are just talking about PlayStation and Nintendo. You know? I think that's what's about to happen. PlayStation 5 Pro though, let's kind of circle back to that. How do y'all think it's going to do? How do y'all think the PlayStation 5 is going to perform? In the millions. It'll do worse than the PS4 Pro by comparison. Serendipity says, "Oh, hold on, let me block this. Where my mods at? Or where my? I only have one mod. He's not here though. I blocked the bot though. The bot is gone. Um, Lucid said PS5 Pro going double aluminum in the hood. That's funny. That is funny. Ooh, hold on. Okay. Um, terribly. Zephyr, what up, by the way? PS4 Pro is like 18 to 20% of the player base. Oh, okay, yeah. I just don't see casual gamers buying it at that price point. Wolf said he spoke to his normal gaming friend and he's gonna get it, so I think it's gonna do well. Hermit's Gambit, it'll do all right. I suspect the majority of not interested folks will receive one from the company or friends and family. Scarecrow, is there any PlayStation game that really needed this extra power? Rodimus, what up? Ooh, gosh. Hardcore will buy, but it's not going to do well. Oh, yeah, I forgot they have the Slim too. Support NPC. I mean, if it get a decent amount for a trade in, I'd do it, but 700 is wild. Chalant 98. In America, it'll probably do all right, but can't see it doing well in Europe and Japan, where the system is ludicrously expensive, and for what to those audiences, you know? Danny Hikari. I honestly think the demographic for the Pro are the same people who are buying PS5s from resellers. People who want to have one simply because it's expensive, and the people who only play AAA games. Also, yeah, the people who want to flex serendipity, I agree. There's going to be a lot of that. There's going to be a lot of that Pokimane meme where people are going to be like, if you're a broke boy, just say so. There's going to be a lot of that. Yeah, definitely. But honestly, that's just a lot of also that's a lot of money. Forget about the money aspect. Forget about the money aspect for a second. Even looking I wish if they were gonna go that far with it, make the games just look significantly or make a game, make some kind of game where you can tell the difference. Just one. So that at least you can have something to visually flex about. But bruh, I did not see $700 worth of graphics in that video. Not to the extent where I would be like, oh yeah, like, I'm flexing on y'all. Look at this. They should have it should have been like something like Spider-Man 2 running at 120. Or did they show that? But it should have been something like that. Then you can be on some like, oh, if you a broke boy, just say so. Like we're running at 120. Like, you know, look at us. Like something for you for people to flex with if you're trying to be elitist with it. Sony is turning into Sega with all the pointless Genesis upgrades. Oh yeah, that is an interesting comparison. Yeah, it's just a mess. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna do well either. I do not think it's gonna do well. Yeah, and we're enthusiasts, Maxway. We're enthusiasts and we could barely tell the difference. Crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. Mm-mm-mm. Side quest topic. How many of y'all have played Astrobot? Also, is there any guarantee that the games will utilize any of that? Especially given they barely did on OG PS5 unless games were new entries. Danny Hikari came and went. What's that about? What you say came and went for? Yo, y'all know what the next came and went tweet is gonna be, but I gotta wait a couple weeks. No, I gotta wait a month to do it. Yeah, yeah, Danny, exactly. Morning Asakura, what up? I haven't played it, but I've seen the gameplay and I think it looks good. Yeah, I've been seeing it looks good. It looks really good. I bought Astrobot game like Astro's Playroom. Is giant ad cute but an ad. Yeah, 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 yeah. People are saying it's like very addy, adverty. Nah, bro. I just found out that the DLSS for PS5 is called PSS. Oh, yeah, that is funny. People have been making pisser jokes. USSR. No live stream for the Dreamcast anniversary. Thought you were real, okay? Yo, you know what? I have a confession. I never owned a Dreamcast. But you know what, though? I like to say that I'm an honorary Dreamcast owner because here's the thing. I played a lot of Dreamcast games because after the Dreamcast died, a lot of that stuff got ported to the GameCube. So stuff like Phantasy Star Online, stuff like Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, and stuff like what else got ported from the Dreamcast? Even though this didn't get ported to the GameCube, I played Jet Set Radio, but on Xbox. And I didn't own it though. I played it at my friend's house. He's probably still in the stream. Samuel. I played Jet Set Radio at his house. Jet Set Radio Future, I think, actually. And then what else? What else got ported from Dreamcast to GameCube that I played? Um, I can't remember everything. But I like to say like I'm just an honorary Dreamcast owner because of the ports that I played. I played the Dreamcast in spirit. Exactly. DO, I played the PS5 companion game. It was cool, but that new game better be a substantial upgrade. Also, anyone who buys it but didn't buy Bayonetta Origins is on my naughty list. Hey man, you, I respect the consistency, deal. I respect it. I respect it. I might eventually get around to Bayonetta Origins. Keep it up, man. You got 50 more. 50 more and I might do it. Morning Asakura, there's a level that made me tear up like PlayStation doesn't make them like this anymore. All right, Liquid, peace out. Thanks for coming through, man. Shooting DO like Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's like a giant advertise. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You said, hey, yo, get out of here, fake fan. Nah, serendipity. Look. Look. A Dreamcast game is a Dreamcast game, you know? Oh, Cell Device. I've played Power Stone. They didn't port Power Stone to the GameCube, but they did port Power Stone to the PSP. I played my first time playing Power Stone was the PSP port. Fun game. Very fun game. Very fun. Fake Dreamcast fan GK, man, come on. Come on. Cisco 99, can you do like 10 push-ups? Yeah. Shooting deal straight to the PS2 as extreme. Bayonetta Origins is underrated for real though. Lovely art style and best story in the game. Dead Channel Warhammer 40K2 looks cool, but I wish it has skin color options like Warhammer 40K is afraid of melanin. That's the Warhammer 40K feels like it just got overshadowed by Astrobot. Is that the Space Marine game? Dead Channel in the Avatar. Wait, what are you talking about? I didn't watch the whole thing, so I might be wrong. Eclipse, some of the characters are black. Mr. SU, what up? What up? How you doing, Mr. SU? We got the Blanky Core originator, the Blanky Core president, the dean, the don. But can you do 1 billion push-ups? Yeah. I can do anything. I can do all things through Christ that strengthen me. Corinthians 4th chapter, 13th verse. But yeah, like I played a lot of Dreamcast games just randomly, sporadically on different platforms. So yeah, not gonna lie, Warhammer 40K sounds like the title of a vaporwave game, but I know it actually exists. Yeah, 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 yeah. But no, here's what I wanted to say about Astrobot. I haven't played it, but a lot of the conversation I see surrounding this game is very interesting. It's very interesting. On one hand, I'm seeing a bunch of people enjoy it. I'm seeing a lot of people enjoy the game, which is great. But I'm also seeing a bunch of people uh, kind of use it as like weaponize the game to kind of push their agendas. So on one hand, you got some people being like doing the regular old, see, this is why Nintendo shouldn't. I mean, I'm sorry. This is why Sony shouldn't have shut down Japan studio. This is why. See, if you do this, you'll be successful. And okay, first of all, let me say one thing about the Japan studio stuff, right? And I say this as someone who's played a lot of Japan studio games. Before I even knew, like, oh, I'm playing a Japan studio, I played Ape Escape. I rented it at Blockbuster. My dad would take us to Blockbuster every Friday. And this was one of the games we got to rent was Ape Escape. I played Ape Escape. I played Shadow of the Colossus. One of my friends, Kevin Lobo, he usually watches the VOD, so I'm sure he'll see this. Played Shadow of the Colossus. I've even played. Y'all don't know about this game. I'm a get y'all hip to a deep cut. What y'all know about Echo Chrome? What y'all know about this? Y'all don't know nothing about this. Y'all don't know about this. This came out. Hold on, let me turn this down. This came out on the PSP. This was one of the coolest. This is such a cool puzzle game. Not many people know about this. So you're supposed to, it's these perspective puzzles. And you use that to kind of guide this polygonal walking figure through these different maps, basically, these different levels. Yep. Yep, this is a deep cut Japan studio game. Matter of fact, hold on, let me see if I can find this. I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm gonna show y'all something. Y'all are gonna be like, oh, y'all ain't no real Japan studios. Y'all ain't no real Japan studio heads. Let me show y'all. Ah, crap. I don't know if I can find it. I don't know if I can find the level. Um Bro, I want to play Ape Escape, but they never on PS3 and PSN. Oh yeah, they did port it to PS4. I think they ported it to PS4, Lucid. Yeah. What the fuck? What? Okay. Oh, I found it. I found it. I found it. Okay, look at this. Look at this, y'all. Y'all are gonna be like, whoa. Watch this. This level, these levels in Gravity Rush were a homage to Echochrome. They had a bunch. So basically, and I wish I could do like, I wish I had played Gravity Rush 2 when I had a YouTube channel, because now I would have to go back and remember all of it more intimately to really talk about it. But Gravity Rush 2 specifically has a bunch of references to previous Japan Studio games. Echochrome being one of them right there with that level. I think I tweet about that. But yeah, Gravity Rush 2 has a bunch of like homages to previous Japan Studio games, and it's really freaking cool if you've really played a bunch of their previous games in the past. I was like, oh, that's a reference. But what was I talking about before I went on that tangent? Basically, I think a lot of people kind of use Japan Studio as kind of this like, oh, they're the ones that, you know, PlayStation should have supported, like PlayStation sent them out to die. Bruh, people were not playing these games. So I don't want to say that. I'm not going to say Sony handled Japan Studio perfectly, but I just don't like the Gabe Itch 42. What up? I just don't like the narrative that Sony just didn't support them at all, and they just, I don't know. I don't like that. I don't know if that narrative is the full picture of what was happening there. I don't know if that was the full picture of what was happening there. Hot take: there's no original PSP game that is still in mainstream gaming conscious outside of Danganronpa. Interesting. Hold on. Gravity Rush. Yeah, I didn't tweet about it. Man. Yeah. But anyway, that's PSP has Star Ocean and it's two top tier. Unfortunately, I think, yeah. The other interesting thing too that people don't, I don't think everybody remembers this, but there was a lot of hype behind The Last Guardian. There was a lot of hype behind The Last Guardian, but when that game came out, it was not it was not received well. I can't even speak on the game because I haven't played it, but it Frostniks, jokes aside, Last Guardian came and went. The Last Guardian came and went. Japan Studio. Also, there are games that Japan Studio have made that I think people I don't think people realize how many games Japan Studio made. Evil Lucario, what up, what up, what up, what up? You didn't miss the joke. We still in the thick of it. Um, do y'all remember Tokyo Jungle? Do y'all remember Tokyo Jungle? Oh wait, did Japan Studio make this or hold on? No, they didn't make this. I'm sorry. Wait, why is it saying they made? Okay, hold on. There's confusion here. There's some confusion here. Oh, they published it. They published it. Okay, there you go. There you go. There you go. Okay. I was like, what's going on here? Why is it saying on the side? So they just published it. But let me go. Let me look up. Let me look at something real quick. Let me look at something real quick. Okay. Do y'all remember Gabe Itch? I'm not ready. I can't play piano live. I just use it to compose notes. But now do y'all remember this? This is gonna be a little Japan Studio retrospective. Let me see if y'all remember this one. Let's see if y'all remember this. This was a big deal. There was also a little bit of hype around this when the PS3 was first announced. Do y'all remember Eye of Judgment?
3x3 land that influenced the fate of the world. Here now are 3-5 heroes. Hold up your card to the camera for the heroes.
This was supposed to be some Yu-Gi-Oh stuff that used the PlayStation Eye camera.
Are about to begin. The Eye of Judgment.
Y'all remember? Everyone, whenever they talk about it was a card game, Mr. SU, it was a card game where like you used PlayStation had like uh a camera peripheral. What up, Ziad? What up? PlayStation had a camera peripheral where you could they would use the cards, right? And then you could see the monsters on the screen and it would interact with the cards in real life using the camera. It was, yeah, AR. Yes, exactly. I'm not saying people had to like this game or anything, but I'm kind of bringing all this up because I think people don't realize how much PlayStation kind of let Japan Studio cook for a while. Like up until really the PS4 generation. Like they let them cook. It wasn't just like, oh, Sony just hated Japan Studio, just let them die. Like I don't think that was I don't know. if that's what was really going on. I feel like a lot of people don't want to a lot of people want to avoid putting some of this on audience reception. Ziad says when it says Japan Studio as the dev on Wikipedia, it's often not really clear what exactly that means. Yeah, there's also that element of it too. I think one game, I mean, I guess one obvious example would kind of be uh how Team Ico is technically Japan Studio, but Team Ico isn't the people who are making stuff like Knack or Ape Escape. And I think on a broader scale, there's more of that happening than people probably think. So yeah, I hear what you're saying, Ziad. I hear what you're saying. So Japan Studio is like a group of smaller dev teams. That's what it's. I mean, probably yeah. Oh, Lucid says the game. Verbal, what up? Lucid says the game couldn't trust that people wouldn't shuffle their decks in their own favor, so the game decided what you drew next. Oh, that's interesting. RJH, what up, bro? I feel like the games they were making didn't interest the PS3 PS community during the PS4 era. Yes. Morning Asakura Studio Japan helped make a lot of games like Jinden, Zine, Ico, and Bloodborne, etc. Yes, because Team Asobi was a subsidiary to Japan Studio at that time. The way I understood it is that they were a loose arrangement where people could shuffle to and from projects as needed. Right. Okay. 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 That makes sense. That makes sense. Um. But yeah, I just don't like this kind of weaponizing that's going on around what's the game? Astrobot. The other thing too, by the way, that I want to talk about uh is I can't identify what group it is right now, but there's also this group that's kind of acting like Astrobot is kind of this. I haven't played the game, so I can't. But I can say just from looking at the game, they're kind of acting like Astrobot is just this like crazy outlier in the gaming industry in terms of like the style of game. I'm not talking about the quality. It could be better than Mario Odyssey or Kirby. What's the game that came out? Um Kirby and the Forgotten Land and that kind of stuff, right? But it's definitely interesting that there's people acting like this is just like, oh wow, Astrobot's just coming out of nowhere changing. It's like, hold on. And a lot of people have said it already, but yes, Nintendo's been doing this style for a while now. They've those types that style of game has been abundant on Nintendo platforms and in the indie space too. And in the indie space. Got plenty of games like that. Uh so it's just kind of interesting to see people kind of act like, "Oh, wow, like what's the tweet I saw like, oh, and then, Sony is so an example, setting an example in the industry. I don't know if that's like I don't know if I like that angle of it. I do if the game is as good as people are saying it is, I do think the game deserves praise. Um but I don't know if I don't know if treating it like this kind of big like landmark moment is something I agree with, I guess. But I'm not sure what group is saying that. Like I'm not sure what group is coming at it from that angle. Is this like people who do regularly play platformers, or is this the PlayStation God of War Last of Us audience and this is their first platformer in years and now they're like, "Oh, whoa." I don't know. I don't know what group that is, but it's definitely interesting. Jazzy, the people who weaponize Japan Studio only have affinity with their most popular stuff, Gravity Rush and Ape Escape, and not the rest of their catalog. For sure. I agree with that. I would argue Nintendo themselves are an anomaly at that scale. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Definitely. But yeah, I don't know what else. Yeah, I agree with that. Ashes in the Hourglass is probably better than Odyssey, but I doubt it's on the level of Galaxy 2. Okay, author, ACU. I'm glad you put it. You put it pretty much the way I'm saying it. I don't want to dismiss people's enjoyment of it, but yeah, Astrobot's tone isn't out of left field. And here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing, right? Because that's pretty much the crux of what I'm saying. It's like that vibe isn't just I don't know if I'd say okay, let me say this. Let me say this. Anyone who was looking for that style of game should know that that style of game they know where to find that, right? If you genuinely are looking for that style of game. So it's really interesting to me that somebody can be like, "Oh, whoa, this is some out of nowhere crazy, vibe or a design approach that is just like blowing my mind right now." And I'm like, if you were looking for this, or if this is something that would interest you, how did you not? That's what I'm saying. I think it's the crowd that might not be genuinely interested in that style in the first place. And it's just kind of the type of audience that kind of just takes, I guess, whatever's like presented to them. Or that isn't the style of game they play generally in the first place. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? ZI, it stands to reason a lot of the Astrobot people wouldn't be aware of what's going on in the indie scene. For sure, for sure, for sure. But I'm not sure it that definitely makes sense because also I don't think a lot of people would be forget about the Astrobot people. I don't think a lot of people in general will be aware of what's happening in the indie scene. But what I'm saying is like I think the type of person who genuinely would be like, "Oh, I think the game industry is lacking this type of game." The type of person that would say that would would be aware of King Kirby and the Forgotten Land. They would be aware of Mario Odyssey. They would be aware of even Mario Wonder last year or Sonic Frontiers or what. I'm not saying Sonic Front. I don't know the quality of Sonic Frontiers, but I'm just talking about that style of game. Those people should be aware of that. No, like if you're looking for that, or if you claim that that's what you're looking for. And if you aren't, I just have more questions about your engagement with gaming as a hobby or as an interest. Pretty much. Um yeah, indies have a myriad of games like that. Penny's Big Breakaway is a great platformer that released this year as well. 100% agreed. I remember when I made that Schmovement video, um a lot of people were suggesting this game called The Big Catch. And that has a lot of hype right now too. Um I don't know if y'all have heard of The Big Catch. But I played the demo for that game recently. But yeah, this game is amazing. From the demo that I played. I also love how the low poly PS1 aesthetic is making a comeback lately. I love it. I love it. Morning Asakura is an outlier relative to PlayStation's current lineup. Yes, for sure. I agree with that. I agree with that. It's definitely an outlier when it comes to PlayStation as a whole. But I'm seeing people talk about Astrobot like an industry shakeup thing. You get what I'm saying? They're not saying like, oh, this, or there are some people saying like, oh, this is great for PlayStation. They should do more things like this, diversify their lineup, etc., etc. And then there's other people who are like, yo, this game is coming through and like shaking up the industry and da 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 da. So that's kind of the people I'm kind of curious about. It's like, okay, I'd be curious to know like, okay, what kind of games do those people play? Uh, what kind of games are they aware of? What are their favorite genre? Like, I'd be more curious about where those people are coming from. Hopefully Astrobot comes to PC. I know it's a PlayStation celebration, but did Astro Playroom come to PC? No. Astro's Playroom PC. No, it didn't. It did not. What about Sackboy? Yeah, but Sackboy is on the PC. But Sackboy does Sackboy have as many PlayStation references? Kaiser, it's a crowd of people that don't F with Nintendo, let's be real. Yeah. And that, I mean, and I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I just mean more so in the way that, like, I think some people aren't aware of certain, gaming is very big. So there's people who their toes aren't in certain spaces. So they aren't necessarily exposed to certain things that are going on. Um, Frontiers is ass. I don't care what Sonic fans say. Maybe, I don't know. I do want to play that game though, just because I'm curious about it. I don't like how it looks though. I wish they got to do something about the way Sonic could look so cool, man. Yo, did y'all see this? Hold on, hold on, hold on. I wonder if I did I like it? I hope I liked the video. I hope I liked the video because that looks so cool. Um, No, I didn't. But there's a Sonic fan game that recently got announced. Please, I hope somebody remembers it. But it's a Sonic fan game that recently got announced that looks so freaking cool. Oh man. What was it? Sonic fan game. Or maybe it's in my watch history. Maybe it's in my watch history. Oh my god, what was it? Why was I looking? Somebody, please. Somebody. Yes, I remembered it. Sonic Breeze. Did y'all hear about this? Let me show y'all this.
Shit.
Look at this. Wait, why is this dude cursing? Why did he delete it? Oh no, that's the trailer. Yo, okay, look at this. Look. Here we go. Here we go. Sorry, y'all.
Shit. Here we go again.
And I want y'all to guess. I don't know if he says it in the trailer, but guess the engine he made this in. No, both of y'all wrong. No. This was made in Dreams. That was made in Dreams on the PlayStation. Yep. It was made in Dreams. Yep. Yep. Yeah. I was like, what? That was crazy. Yeah. Dream should have been a pack in with the PS5. I like how this trailer starts. I thought this trailer was like somebody reacting because of how it starts.
Shit. Here we go again.
1, 2, 3.
Why did he start it like that? Why did he start it like that? That's funny. That's funny. Um, but yeah, and then people are playing demos of it too. People are playing because there's a demo out for it. Hope this person isn't talking. I kind of see the dreamsiness a little bit in the actual.
Knuckles. Knuckles, just a comfy little lap dance.
Dreams has that like weird I don't know how to explain it, but it's like this.
Did I get better or what?
This kind of like blurriness to the environments. I don't know how to describe what I'm talking about. Yeah, Ashes, like it has a clay. It has like a clay kind of thing going on. Like you can kind of tell it's made in Dreams a little bit, but yeah. Zia, this is cool, but the game design bachelor in me couldn't help but instantly go, bro, you should have learned Unreal instead. Man. Honestly, this seems like this doesn't even seem like he even says it at the end of the trailer. He's like, I'm just doing this for fun. It doesn't seem like, or maybe he is. I don't know. I don't get. Yeah, he does say he's a game developer, but I don't get the sense that this is on some like, oh, you know, like I'm just trying to make my magnum opus. It's a Sonic game, you know. It's just a fan game. But that looked, I was surprised when he said that. Or they, whoever they are. Bupster, Buppy. Yeah, like follow that guy. Dudes are making moves out here. Yeah, that was good. That was really good. Dreams uses this splatter effect to give decent graphics at a low cost on the console. Okay, yeah, it did look a little uncanny at some points. The trailer, he kind of cut the trailer to make sure it looked nice, but yeah, Sonic fans are interesting, man. They be making stuff. But yeah, honestly, anything y'all want me to watch or anything, any questions y'all got or anything y'all want to talk about? To be honest, I feel that way with fan games in general. Like, respect for doing all that when you could get cease and desist at any second. Yo, facts. Real talk. Though, I will say, the caveat to that, though, Sonic is the exception. Because I think Sega has come out and said that they don't even give a fuck about Sonic fan games. They've been like, hey, yeah, do your thing. I forgot who said that. But they definitely said that at one point where they're like, oh, yeah, we want y'all to just do your thing. But yeah, generally speaking though, with fan games, outside of Sonic, yeah, it's a lot of work for something that could just be like at any moment. It is cool that Sega is just like, yeah, whatever. I like that. That's cool. That is also why when I did that remix EP, they were the company I chose to do that for. because they're not as weird about that kind of stuff. You see that? Did I talk about how Mark Cerny said 75% of players pick performance modes on PS5? No. But you know what I think that is, though? I think that's because the type of person to even change, the type of person who needs those modes cares about performance more. Does that make sense? Like the type of person to do that in the first place is always going to care about performance. You're selecting for having fidelity modes, you're selecting for a particular type of person already. You know, the type of person who, because if you weren't to select for that type of thing, like if you were to just tell the yeah, although I would imagine that would be in general. Wait, what do you mean? I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, like oh, you think Sony has data on? Okay, yeah, yeah. Sony's keeping track of everybody's settings for sure. Um, right. Oh, okay. I see what you're trying to say. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Not just the people who select it, but I think if you don't select it, it's always gonna be. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, because PS5 games are defaulted to fidelity's mode. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say, Jazzy. It's gonna default to fidelity mode if you don't choose it. So yeah, anyone who's gonna change it is gonna change it to optimize for performance. The people who care don't. The people who care about that type of thing care about frame rate more. It's not. It's never. I don't think it's ever going to be the case where you had those mode options and it would ever be a case where people mostly choose resolution mode. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. Even on PC, most people are trying to optimize frame rate. Majority of people, I think. Even when you look at like competitive shooters and stuff, you have people who play those on like the lowest settings just so they can get like higher frame rates. Yeah, nerds care about frame rate. Yeah, 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 yeah. And then what else? What other question somebody asked? Fan games can kind of survive by laying low. Pokemon Uranium and Prism famously got cease and desist, and they're still around. Prism is still being worked on, even. Pokemon is very inconsistent about how much they care about that stuff. Y'all know one time when I first started modding controllers, I went to FedEx to get this Pikachu design that I was doing printed on a water slide decal. And then when I tried to print it out, the FedEx people came back to me and said, "Oh yeah, Nintendo Pokemon Company doesn't let you print out stuff. You can't print out anything." And I think the reason for that was because people were bootlegging trading cards. So Pokemon Company doesn't let you print out stuff at public printing places like FedEx and stuff like that. Driz, yeah, we talked about Astrobot. We talked about Astrobot. And yeah. All right. All right, y'all. It's time to say goodbye. This was the first stream with the new camera. Went pretty well. I appreciate y'all coming through. If you haven't already, hit the like button on the video if you're on the other platform. And you know, that helps us out. I appreciate y'all, man. This was a funny, interesting, informative talk. Yeah. Peace out. Don't get too heated about the debate that's happening in a couple minutes. All right, y'all. Take it easy. DeFritos, thanks for the follow. Kaiser Phoenix, thanks for the follow. Anyone else?